Let's take a look at the dollar yen for the upcoming November the 5th session. There's a lot still in play. You can see there's a nice trend line through here. We're going to drop this down now just a bit, this trend line in here, simply because we have these bodies of these candles, and it's going to give us a much truer reading on the slope of price. Pretty close here, several bodies here, goes back to this tail all the way back there, just to make sure that you see that. And again, with our notes from yesterday, this trade actually did pay us some. We did not close. Well, we did get, I should say I did move that trend line in advance. I apologize. You may have been taken in this trade on the close here and stopped out for a small amount. Right? You would have been stopped out on this one if it closed in here for about 40 pips. And then this one came in, it closed above the hourly chart, and it took a while. And this one, basically ran maybe 40 pips. So kind of in a break even. You might still be in this trade because it didn't close below this trend line yet. But some days are better than others. That's just how the market is. It's about probability. So hopefully that's a lesson that you're learning. All right, so that said, and we're looking at yesterday's trade for a small loss. That's okay. We're going to go ahead and take a look at a trade, what we're going to look for the upcoming sessions. Again, it was a lot of news. Like we said, this is a very, very heavily weighted news end of the week. Today we had the ADP non-farm payroll. We had the U.S. interest rate announcement. For those of you who might be trading the European pairs, the euro dollar, the pound dollar's interest rate announcement tomorrow morning, a lot of time price becomes quite stagnant in advance of that. So just book your profit accordingly. Maybe you even want to stay away from the European-based pairs. There's a lot of pairs you can trade. The dollar yen, you can trade the Aussie yen. You can trade several of the yen pairs, and the yen crosses and the Kiwi yen, they're not impacted by the upcoming euro and British pound interest rate announcement. So keep that in mind. You may want to transition. If you've never traded those pairs, folks, we do teach you how to trade those pairs and any pair. We have people that went from trading one pair of the euro, ooh, that was all they were ever trading, or the pound dollar, to being able to put the same screw in the same hole and trade that successfully on 12 to 18 pairs. So when we have news announcements like the dollar-based pairs last night, they just transitioned to the yens, right? To the yens that were non-dollar cross. Like there was no dollar yen trading for us, and some of our members of our site, we were looking primarily at the CAD yen, Swiss yen, euro yen, pound yen, Kiwi yen, Aussie yen. We're looking at a lot of the yens. We're looking at the euro pound. We had some nice trades on that, some of the pound Swiss. So when you know how to trade and you realize how to put the same screw in the same hole every day and not guess, using your technical indicators and some custom indicators that we put together, that makes trading a whole lot easier and makes it a lot more consistent sometimes than a lot of the support resistance trading that we're trying to help you to grasp and understand here with these videos. So just keep that in mind that we do have those interest rates announcements coming out on the euro and the British pound later in today's session. So as far as the dollar yen goes, we have a couple key clear levels. We have this trend line that's been in place all week. So any kind of close below this trend line on a 60-minute chart, we're going to try and go short again, and we'll just keep an eye on that. Any kind of close above this high on this resistance level, on an hourly chart, we're going to look to go long. So right now our bias is to the long side because we do have this MACD here rather bullish, and we do have a trend line like here, small trend. If you take that spike out, and sometimes I do that, like an anomaly, your secondary buy could be any kind of close above this trend line here on an hourly chart. Then you want to make sure you take some profit as you're coming up near this point, leave some on, and see if it's going to run. So we have a sell below this level, a buy above this level when it closes above those levels on the 60-minute chart. And that's what we're going to be watching for on the dollar yen for the upcoming November the 5th sessions, folks.